Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a bench press day. But a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please remember to click like down below. It would be greatly appreciated. So my last warm-up I did 315 with a pause here. I noticed it was interesting when I went from this to my peak set that I really felt a lot of chest on that 315. But when I went up to 325 and I decided, let me go for a peak triple, I think I can get 325 for a triple today. And I need to go back to doing some singles again here soon. But I wanted to do just a little more rep work, just for a little better building, a few more reps with heavier weight, and work back up to doing those singles. But that first rep was actually really fast and easy. That second one I hit the upright. The third rep was one of the heaviest bench reps I felt in a long time. And I felt almost like I strained my triceps on it, which again lets me know, and if you watch how slow the lockout is on that, you got to keep working those triceps. I don't really feel like my delts are limiting me at the moment when I'm doing this rep work. I feel the triceps big time now. I really felt them there. So I'm going to keep hammering the triceps. And the other thing to remember, even though I've felt some delts in the past, strong triceps will reduce the amount of delt we use on a max bench, right? It'll reduce the load on it because of the change in the bar path. So I'm going to keep working on that. And I feel like at this point, if I keep just really hammering the volume on the pause work, because all this pause work, all these higher pause reps build more pec. They actually build potentially, more pec than we need for our max bench relative to triceps, and then just hammer the triceps afterwards, I might be okay, because I'm getting a lot of delt work on these other things I'm doing. And as far as the rows go, yes, I like the bent over row for the grip training, but I'm like, I'll get enough grip training in if I start doing these barbell rows like this. I think all 4 days I should get plenty of grip training for my deadlift. Plus I feel so much carryover on these to my deadlift, and they don't beat me up the same way. So I think I want to work back over to doing the standard barbell row like that, which is done off the floor. And I think I want to go ahead and do them on all 4 training days, when I'm up to it. And I feel like that should facilitate plenty of grip training, particularly because I'm pulling heavy, on deadlifts on the lower body days. We should get plenty of grip and forearm work out of that. I don't feel like I need to use the other row all the time to do that. It should be enough. I'm hoping it's enough. But they just don't beat me up the same. I noticed last time I was doing them, my hamstring started cramping on me. I'm like, I can't have hamstring cramps and then do a heavy pull the next day. So that's always a concern with the balance of the programming. I also went up on the pause benching. I went up to 250 from 245, and that extra 5 pounds mattered. I didn't feel like I could even get 10 reps on the third set. When I did the second set with 250, the 10th rep was a grinder. I got to the third set, and I stopped at rep 8 because it started feeling like I had maybe 1 rep in the tank on the last rep. Maybe 1. And again, my pecs were just lit up. And I think it's that difference between, in the past I had been doing the rep work with 245 the last couple workouts for 10s, and I had only been doing singles, but now that I'm building up to like a max triple, there's a little more fatigue when I'm going into these. So that extra 5 pounds really mattered. Now, I will say that my tonnage on this is the highest tonnage I've done in a bench workout in a very long time. It was very fatiguing. These rows felt good though. Real happy with the way these rows felt. I really felt the upper back. I actually felt a fair amount of bicep and stuff too. The other thing I will note, another reason I need to keep curling, I feel my biceps massively on all this wider grip benching. All this benching with the pinkies on the rings, my biceps feel crushed at the end of it. So I'm realizing that my biceps really are an important stabilizer for me. And we have, EMG data kind of confirming that. I do need to make sure my biceps are bigger. They're going to help me get more stable on the bench. They're going to help me control those eccentric reps more. So I do need to make sure I continue to do some bicep work. Plus it's good for my grip, especially the way I do those curls, good for my grip. So I'm going to need to do those. JM presses, I'm just going to keep doing them this way because they hammer everything. I still feel pec and delt on those, but it's obviously a tricep dominant exercise. Really hits my triceps hard while moving a lot of weight. So I'm going to continue to do those, and I went up to 165 and did my 3 sets of 10. Curls, you know, I don't mind being a little looser on these. Not really a big deal. So as long as I get a good pump in the biceps, which I am, I'm feeling the biceps big time, get a good pump in them, you know, I'll go ahead and just cranking out reps there. And I'll work the weight up from there because I did 2 sets of 10, then I managed to get 12. We'll work the weight up from there. Same on these JM presses, as long as I get the forearm touching the bicep and it's tricep dominant, I'm not that worried about them. Just get in and just crank out reps, progressively overload them, get that tension on my triceps. And you can't always see it from the side view, but that bar is over my face on those. So for those curious, that bar is pretty much directly above my chin. So it's not like just a bench press to the neck, it's way up there above the face. So again, that's what makes it really the tricep exercise. But again, because of the nature of it, it is a multi-joint movement like that. You're still working pec and delt. You still feel those. It's just that it's very, very tricep dominant, and it is a tricep exercise. But again, just all this pump work in the arms. Pretty much the name of the game here. Progressively overload the JMs, progressively overload those curls, and they can be loose, not a big deal. We have plenty of data showing that looser curls like that are probably better than the strict stuff. Again, no one's ever had issues building biceps doing that, so I'm just going to do that. And obviously, I'm not really that strong on them. It goes to show that my biceps are still not that strong. They need the work. And I feel them so much when I bench press that I'm realizing that they're almost a weak link in my bench press. At least my ability to control the eccentric reps the way that I would like. And I can really tell when I get near the bottom of those. So the curls are only going to help me, and they're only going to help my grip and everything else for deadlifts. So we'll keep hammering these. All right, we'll just keep hammering these and try to get the full range of motion at the bottom. You know, that's the main thing, getting that extension, the bicep into the lengthened position. And then I finished up with band press downs because, again, triceps. My pecs are getting a tremendous amount of work on the benching. And I need to make sure those triceps get hit really hard. And I like that second angle. The JM presses are a nice big movement. They actually put that stretch at the bottom too for me into that lengthened position, but I need to make sure my tendons are healthy if I'm going to keep progressing on them. And I want to make sure I have that lockout strength. And the band press downs help with that a lot. They really help with following through on the lockout. And I noticed that when I first got that close grip up to 365, these were instrumental. And I feel like, you know, at this point, if I can just keep getting my triceps stronger and practice all the pause work on the bench, and my bench will keep climbing. Okay, and that's where we're at with it. I can throw in shoulder work as I feel like from workout to workout when I feel the need for it. It's not going to be a bad idea to throw some in, but I feel like even my shoulders are getting a lot of work with the other stuff I do. So pretty happy with today's workout. So I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.